Hello and welcome to my channel. So we have a few Nokia 9s with me here. I will explain in the end why this many Nokia 9 with me at the moment. Now it is August 2021. Some of you asked me whether it's relevant to purchase the Nokia 9 Pureview. So if you're in Malaysia, you would have probably known that some sellers have brought in some display units of Nokia 9 Pureview for a very cheap price, which explains why this many Nokia 9 with me. Now, the important question that one of you asked is whether this device is worth to be bought in 2021. In all honesty, yes, it is. It is still a relevant device. It is still waiting for an Android 11 update, which should be coming in anytime soon. Now, let's talk a bit about the Nokia 9 itself. It is one of the better built Nokia devices by HMD Global. It's got a premium look to it. Definitely something which is not common these days. So it has 5 camera sensors at the back, 6 if you include the TOF sensors. All the cameras are flush to the surface, so wireless charging is definitely cool. So unlike the ones on the Nokia 80 Core where there's a camera bump over the back, this is all flush, so the wireless charging experience is really good. Now it came with an older processor when the time of its release. It came with one of the first few generations of the in-display fingerprint scanner, which explains why it has a lot of issues going on with it. So I would pretty much recommend you just to use the face recognition instead. So the face recognition actually works well, as you can see here. So I just use the face recognition instead of in-display fingerprint scanner. With each update, they sort of temporarily fix it, but then the problem comes back in again. And the more harder you press, of course, the accuracy improves, but that also means that you are actually damaging your display. So I wouldn't recommend on using the fingerprint scanner, so just rely on the finger face unlock instead. But it's going to be difficult because we are wearing masks more often this day. Now, the Nokia 9 Pureview from the display units come from Australia. They are single SIM. The ones from India are dual SIM, the ones from US is single SIM. So 6 GB of RAM, 128 GB of storage, no means of expanding the storage. I don't know why, although this is a photographic centric device. When it was launched 2 years ago, HMD made it clear that this is for photography enthusiasts, not for the general population, and it was sold in limited markets in limited quantity. And only recently it has been made available in in Malaysia through third-party vendors who brought in these display devices. So for a price of USD 150, you are getting a premium built Nokia 9, and it is one of the devices that can do something that no other device out there is capable of. So let's just have a look at this display unit and just unlock it quickly. So you can see that it came with a burn-in display, which explains why it is being sold cheap. But the display is only slightly burnt, and you won't actually notice it unless you're using a white or a gray background. But the device itself has not been used. Why I can say that is because when I got this device, it was still stuck with the original firmware that Nokia 9 was launched with, and I've been updating them slowly on the past 2 days. So this device has not been used. They are purely display units. It has some minor burn-in issues, which are something common with OLED displays these days. It comes with the original Nokia 9 box, but the contents are not original though. So for USD 150, August 2021, is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it. No other devices made by HMD Global is near what the Nokia 9 is capable of doing. So if you know what the Nokia 9 is made for, then definitely just go for it. So the camera system is what makes the device unique. It also is the reason why many are frustrated with it. But do remember that it comes with an older processor, and each click of the camera allows you to capture images in both color, monochrome, depth map, and RAW, which no other devices in the world is capable of doing at the moment. So what it gives you is a picture which has one of the best color reproduction with depth map into it. So even if you don't use the depth map you still get images with sort of 3D spatial arrangement to them. So you don't really get a flat images. Instead, you get images with a better depth perception. This is because of the 5 camera itself. So the arrangement of this 5 camera, it is not a random arrangement. It is something that HMD Global has been tinkering with, and they settle on this type of arrangement. And the cameras are actually not facing directly towards you. They are arranged in different angle. And this information is only known to HMD Global. So the patent for this camera arrangement is with HMD Global. So I'm not sure whether we would see a newer flagship grade Nokia device with similar camera capabilities since Light has left the mobile industry, but having the patents means there is a possibility HMD Global might revisit this sometime in the future. So I'm going to share some samples of images taken with the Nokia 9 Pureview, but before I do that, do know that the frustration which is common to everyone is that the camera is not stable, it hangs, it crashes, it stops taking images. Some of the cameras have died, some has clicking issues when recording. So I don't really know what is the cause of it. Is it software or is it hardware? Probably a combination of both. But what I can say is that the camera problem is more apparent at a lower battery charge, especially those below those below 50%, and also especially in a very bright situation. So do remember that despite having all these 5 camera sensors at the back, the Nokia 9 Pureview shoots at different ISOs, at different setting. Each cameras probably could go up to goes up to 5 different exposures, which then is stacked to form one rich 12 megapixel image. So the minimum resolution that you get out of all this is 60 megapixel. So 5 times 12 leads to 60, and it goes up to about 300 megapixel if it fires throughout the different exposures. So during the presentation, I still remember that they said that each camera is capable of going up to 5 different exposures. But do remember that all this puts a lot of stress to the hardware itself, which is why it is prone to hang, prone to crash, and why it probably behaves bad when the battery is low. So I'm not sure whether Nokia can tune down or optimize the software further with Android 11, but just keeping the finger crossed, most likely not, but let's hope for the best. So do know what you're buying into, do know what the device is made for, do know that you need some patience, but the results, once you get them, is definitely worth the money spent, definitely worth the time taken. So I'm going to share with you the images taken with the Nokia 9. I do hope you enjoy them. If you're looking for mobile device with one of the best raw capture, look no further. Nokia 9 is definitely the answer for that. So for USD 150, yes, go for it. So I'll see you in the next video. Do take care of yourself and do enjoy the images I'm going to share next. Take care of yourself. Bye.